Hello and welcome to this best of 5 here between these two players. It's going to be AcerNerchio versus HyuN. The map will be Ohana LE, that's right. The series is going to be from Go for StarCraft 2 or Go for SC2 as it is shortened and abbreviated on many occasions. Anyway, so AcerNerchio is going to be spawning as the red Zerg here in the top left-hand corner, here in the 10 o'clock position, and in the 4:30 position here, it's going to be TSLHyuN spawning as the blue Zerg. This is going to be a nice ZVZ between the two players. And on this map, it is quite distant spawn locations, so we'll see what that entails here. On this map, possibly going to see some macro-oriented styles here. Maybe even a quick third base from one or even both of the players. But as for now, they are both building drones. Go figure. At this point in the game, both going very, very macro starts. Not even getting that early. Not even going for an early base at all. However, minerals are being saved up for HyuN, and HyuN will build a hatchery there, taking that extra expansion, and the spawning pool is going down for AcerNerchio as well as an extractor, so we'll see some speedlings, hopefully to get across and do some damage. At least that is what he is hoping to do. If not, then this will be lead him direct. He will die. He'll take lots of economic damage as a result. Well, not take economic damage, really, but he will be economically. Somebody's just pinging that for some odd reason. He will be economically hurt. He'll have to take some time to repair the oh goodness, the words are escaping me right now, but I will get him back eventually later. Back to the spawning pool here for HyuN, almost done, and that will finish definitely before these Zerglings get over there, and a couple Zerglings in production for HyuN, morphing in to defend, as well as a queen. And once the queen pops, this small attack of 6 Zerglings will get fended off. They will be repelled quite easily, actually. As for now, there are only 2 Zerglings, a couple more Zerglings right here, and 2 more beyond that, yeah, right here. And now the Zerglings are going to attack each other, and the Zerglings here going to get a flank, might get a Zergling. No, the Zerglings do escape. The 6 Zerglings are on the way here. This drone might get picked off. No, he decides to run away. Good choice, drone. Actually, I'm not sure if that drone is a he or she. They are unclear. And it looks like AcerNerchio is just going to back up here real quickly, about to get this hatchery done. And actually that was good for AcerNerchio because HyuN did not mine off of this base at all, which caused a lot of problems. Well, he didn't get as much of an economic advantage as he wanted to. Possibly a spine crawler going down right here. And yes, that is what will go down. These overlords just hanging out all over the map. Zergling's going to get in, possibly a scout, maybe just a run by. Even running by here. Do they have the Zergling speed? Yes, they do. The Zergling speed has finished. I didn't see it. Gonna get a couple drones here, actually. Could get another one. Yes, they do get another one. They've killed 2 already. Did they kill a 3rd one? Let's take a look at the workers lost. No, just 2. And 2, other than that, the Zerglings here are going to run away. The Overlords are just everywhere on this map. And this is something that happens in most ZVZs. Because there is no anti-air until Hydras, really. And by that point, it's late game because they're tier 3, and these Zerglings are going to possibly get in. Scout, can they get in? Yes, the Zergling speed is finished, and they're getting in. Can they see the Baneling nest? Yes, they see the baneling nest. They see that there is no... Did they see this? No, they did not. So they did not see the timing on the layer, but the layer over here is dropping on its own a little bit, about a quarter of the way faster, I think, and these Zerglings going to hack away at the destructible rocks. Just a little way to save this a little bit here, and even going for quad extractors here. So is HyuN. So both players going very similar styles here, but with different timings and all that. Possibly we're going to see some roach play. The banelings have not really kicked in all that much, but it is here just in case a huge Zergling run by is to happen. And here are the banelings. A few Zerglings gonna move out on the field. Possibly this is a lot of Zerglings, could do some damage, could look to attack even a second spine crawler. Most likely gonna move down to here when that base completes. I'm surprised the creep spread is not all that great here for Nerchio, but HyuN is deciding to do that. These Zerglings are going to get by here. The spine crawler is in position, not getting planted in time. These Zerglings need to run out of there and escape. The spine crawler is looking for a place to hide, needs to run away, but this hatchery does get canceled. Next up, we have another spine crawler, actually. Here's this one, still not even rooted yet. It's going to take him a long time to root. And the banelings are morphing in, going to ward off some more Zergling harass if that does in fact happen. A scouting overseer moving in, but instead deciding to drop a changeling instead of sacrificing his own life. As long as the changeling does something. That's a pretty ugly looking portrait right there. And a little Zergling run by right here. Gonna kill both of the creep tumors. And these banelings going to fend off this force. A couple banelings over here, preventing that, blowing up on two Zerglings. Not the most not the best trade here. And actually, this spore crawlers are on the way. Good read here. This changeling does in fact see that the spire was on the way and does get it. Two more extractors, most likely for the extra gas, and quite a few mutalisks are on the field here. It looks like 10, I think, and this might do a ton of damage here. The queen's getting pulled off to do a lot of damage here. This hatchery might get canceled again, and that's what happens. It gets canceled. The drone is still here though, so he will be able to rebuild that real quick. No, instead he's going to drop the hatchery. Another Zergling just dying over here, and two Zerglings moving back to do some deals here, and this spore crawler, or spine crawler rather, taking out those two Zergling changelings. What do you call Zergling changelings? Like, do they change names between like what they are, or are they just always a changeling? That'd be good to know, but not really. We'll see. These Zerglings are moving out on the field. They're going to stay here for now. We'll see if they decide to do a run by it when HyuN moves out, but that's yet to be seen here. It's actually surprising here. I always wondered this. The spore crawler, well, any Zerg building really bleeds out, yet that it's always regenerating, and it's like always bleeding. So that always confused me. Maybe like clotting would be a good thing to do. These Zerglings still over here waiting for I think they're waiting for a move out, and so are these mutalisks. Just waiting for those infestors and the ground forces to complete, I guess. Some hydralisks actually on the way for HyuN. HyuN is deciding to go for that roach infestor hydra, which is really good if you can get the hydras in the back of the army, and the engagements need to be perfect here. These queens just gonna start hacking away. Oh, and it looks like a run by from the Mutalisks, actually deciding to retreat. No, they're moving out, but the Hydralisks could do a ton of damage here to the Mutalisks. Hydras are a great counter to Mutalisks, and Zerglings, well, they're a good counter to anything, as long as they don't get shot at. They have such a fast... Oh, and it looks like I missed a little action over here. All these Zerglings died, I guess, in this engagement. They just waited there a little bit too long. This base is up and running, and Nerchio has a base up of his own, even getting +2 attack and armor, which will actually help him out tremendously, since HyuN only has 2-0. Just now researching Carapace level 1. It will be 2-2 to 2-1. Not too big a discrepancy here. Oh, and a huge fungal here. Chain Fungal's taking out these Mutalisks. Now there are only a couple left up here, just hanging around. Though they did buy themselves enough time to get enough roaches and infestors out. Seeing as how this happened, the Overlords are moving back because they don't want to get caught by these Hydralisks that move ridiculously slow here. Now they're on the creep and they're moving super fast. Possibly we'll see where the engagements happen if this does in fact cause any sort of problem here. But this Overseer didn't last very long to those units, and it looks like HyuN is attacking this base right here. Is gonna get it, but at the cost of this base. There's nothing here to defend it, as opposed to Nerchio's forces right here. But this will likely die still. Only a few roaches are here, but HyuN does not want to lose this. Is he gonna kill this hatchery? He might just kill this hatchery, but there's a huge attack down here. And maybe some fungals will keep these guys in positions, but all the drones are dropping. The drones are dying. Doesn't matter about the hatchery. The hatchery's still here, and this is gonna be really devastating. But it looks like Nerchio is gonna fall behind. The upgrades were not finished yet, and this gave HyuN the chance. He was up for just a second there, and now Nerchio is about to... Both upgrades are about to complete there, so that is that. But now Nerchio is one upgrade ahead, and that is in the armor count. We'll see if HyuN decides to go for 3-3 or 3-2, as it were. These queens doing lots of transfuses here, and now this is a huge, sizable force about to move out here. A lot of infestors from Nerchio could take care of this immensely. This Overseer is probably gonna die here, and it does. Doesn't even get a chance to escape. A few Mutalisks, the few that were here, get picked off. Nerchio is in a domineering position. Actually, no. He's down a few supply. Okay, no, now he's back to even supply, and HyuN is supply block. Needs to make a few Overlords. Not gonna do that. That could cost him, because once he loses this force, he won't be able to max out completely. I mean, it will seem like he's maxed out, but no, huge fungals here on all the roaches. Could do a lot of damage. It did do a lot of damage, and the fungals from both sides, a fairly good concave here from HyuN. Going to do some damage, but no, the infestors in the background are doing a lot of damage, and the infested swarm eggs are moving out and going to retreat this. The queen doing a few transfuses, gonna save that Hydralisk for a little bit longer until he gets on the creep, and now he will escape just barely. We'll see. How is this gonna happen? He's gonna escape over this direction, and now the roach is moving everywhere else. This hatchery is gonna get taken out again. A few infested Terran moving in back from behind. But now a force here from HyuN gonna take out the base of his own, and Nerchio doesn't want that. Nerchio is retreating, and this is a bad positioning for both players. The concave from Nerchio is fairly good, but there are more forces from HyuN. Blue is now going to take out a few free roaches here. The infestors moving back. Well, how is the infestor count? The infestor count is 5 to 6, so fairly even. But does that really matter? The creep is still spreading here from HyuN. And even a couple of changelings going to see this army off. Possibly some roaches down here. Going to get cleaned up. Yep, there's an overseer right there. And now all of these forces are way back here. Not going to do any damage. Nerchio could take this opportunity to clear up some creep if he wanted to, or take a base even. Actually, no, it looks like that's exactly what he's doing. Okay. That is exactly what happened, and now all these roaches have burrowed back here. Gonna heal up, and they're going to head back. So I'm just wondering exactly how this dirt recovers. If they just burrow and take all this stuff, these overseers are gonna die. Yes, moving to their death, and now, oh no, still not supply blocked here. Oh, HyuN is supply blocked still. Is he building? No, all he's building is overseers, and that is not what he needs. He needs some more overlords. +3 attack is on the way. Looks like it's the top of the hour here, and now it's all about positioning here. A few free fungals from both sides. They're waiting to engage until the perfect moment, but no, now they have to attack because of all these fungals. The infestors are dropping here, and now some more infestors are going to die. It looks like they escaped just barely. No, one more dies in that engagement. Now this base is still has 5 spine crawlers, and that could mean that Nerchio could get a flank. No, instead he's going to decide to take it on, head on, and this is not a very good position for him because the concave from HyuN is so huge here. HyuN is able to shoot with all of his units, and the infestors are just in the background. Does Nerchio have enough forces? No, he doesn't. He's retreating. These infestors are dropping and dying, and there's nothing that they can do. One big last fungal goes off here, but this hatchery is going to drop. While there are some infested Terran attacking this base here, will they get it? It looks like they will. They do have, maybe. Actually, it doesn't look like they will. Oh, it's so close. It's 2 seconds, and they get it as they die. Wow, that was really good from him. But now +3 attack is about to finish for HyuN, and HyuN is just going to be in such a dominating position. The economy has surprisingly been really high here. HyuN was floating so many resources that he can just rebuild everything, and now he is up 50 supply, even corrupting this hatchery, preventing any larva injects. Actually, does it decrease the armor or anything? No, it doesn't, but if it did, then that would be a great reason to attack. But no, that's a free hatchery. That's 300 minerals that Nerchio does not have. Nerchio is in a dying position here. 5 spine crawlers trying to defend this entire armada. He now has forces down here, but is 60 up in supply. Nope, back down to 50. What can Nerchio do here? What is there to do? Could long distance mine, could build a hatchery, that's what happens. But now lots of overlords are moving out on the map. HyuN is just trying to waste energy, I think it is, of the infestors. Just going to keep moving out these overlords because he can. There are no hydralisks on the field, but if the queens move, then that is the injections out of the way. It probably doesn't even matter, though, because there is no... Oh, look at this. A few more infested Terran gonna shoot away here, but is an overseer on the way? Yes, it is, and that infestor will die a brutal death. gets acidized. I don't really know the word. But now Nerchio is pushing forward, doesn't have any, threw away so many resources, threw away so much stuff. There are a ton of infestors here, but not all that many roaches in comparison. HyuN is up in 30 in supply, and this will be the deciding fight here. The concave for HyuN is huge, and the fungals from Nerchio are huge, but there might not be enough roaches here, and that is exactly right. Nerchio laughs and leaves the game, so we will see how game number 2 goes down here. This has been ProNewbie Force 5. I will see you guys next time with game number 2.